All right, so we're going to finish up our month of closed guard this week. Today, working on overhook guard. So last week, if you're in, we looked at Sean Williams' guard, or the shoulder pin guard, which is, there's some similar submissions, and we'll talk about that as we go through, but there's also some different ones as well. Another reason I like this type of guard is because of the control that it gives me, the posture control over my partner, which again we discussed last week. My closed guard is rubbish without being able to keep them in nice and close. So the way that we're going to set this up, last week what we did was we just kind of like swam in, pulled my partner in, we went for this over-under position. Today we're going to look at if my partner's got a grip on the gi here. So we're going to need to break that first. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to reach over with this cross grip. So his right arm, my right arm. 4 fingers in, pocket grip, and we're going to go underneath his arm and we're going to lock onto our own arm. So we put this like pressure into his wrist. Then we're going to punch off an angle and pull away, and then I'm going to flare and open up my elbow so this hand has space to go through. So as it goes through, I'm going to turn my body onto the side, keeping hold of this grip, and we're going to wrap in around the arm, and we'll lock in. Like nice pinch straight away. Someone explosive and strong like Craig, if I don't get that pinch and I'm a little loose on that, he's just going to limp arm it out. So make sure we get a good pinch. Now to help us hold this in, we're going to open up the gi on the far side, and we're going to pass the gi in. So lock it in nice and tight, and we're just going to move out and create a slight angle on our partner. We can control this arm if this arm's becoming a problem, and then we're going to look at a couple of chokes. So first of all, let's look at that entry again. We'll come over the top cross grip, underneath, lock in, snap the grip away, flare open the elbow, reach through, turn onto your side so you're able to reach nice and high, get a lot of length to the arm, and wrap through and pinch the elbow in. Once I've got the elbow pinched, we come through, grip, open up the gi, and we feed this in nice and tight. So first of all, let's look at a couple of chokes that we can hit from this position. Number 1, cross collar choke. So we're going to go over the top, and we're going to grip hold of the gi right in the center. For me, not hugely high percentage, but it leads into another submission or another sweep, which we're going to look at in just a minute. So we threaten with the choke. So we grip, pull our elbow in nice and tight, and then we squeeze and finish. Sometimes we get it, sometimes not. So grip, saw down, so we push his head into the gi on the far side, pull our elbow in tight, squeeze for the finish. Or, moving the hips out a little bit further, we're going to go for this fist choke. So we grip inside the gi. Because I've got the gi on the far side, everything's already nice and tight. We make the grip, aim for the artery, push in and pull back, and then we push for the finish. So one more time. We grip, break the grip, reach through, get the overhook, feed the gi in as tight as we can possibly get it. Number 1, make the grip, just some of that cloth on the back, pull it nice and tight, threaten for the cross collar choke. Move the hips out slightly, make the grip, and we just aim for the artery, pulling back on the left hand, pushing in with the right arm, and then get the fist choke to finish. All right, so let's start off with those. The entry into the overhook, and then the cross collar and the fist choke. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Same entry, we break the grip here, pull up on. Don't underestimate the power of the knees here as well. If you're just trying to reach through and they're strong, we're not going to get that full overhook. So we need to use the knees to pull my partner through so I can stretch in and get this grip. Now, in all honesty, those first 2 that we looked at not huge high percentage. Like if we can get this fist in and he doesn't defend, then the fist choke can be. But what we're looking for really on those first 2 is move out slightly, I press in, and I want that second hand to come in to try and start looking to defend. Soon as that hand starts coming in to defend, I'm going to rotate out, grip, I'm going to let go of the grip that I have on the gi here, and I'm going to pass the grip over to the second hand. So, from the grip here, when that hand comes in, we're going to control the arm, pull the arm in, and we're going to pass the grip over. So we've still got the overhook, and now we've got this pocket grip here. So couple of options that we've got from here. If I can manage this elbow enough, just to give me enough space for my leg, I can put my foot onto the hip, rotate into the center, and I've got the arm bar available. Or if I'm able to stuff the elbow, I'm able to come over the top of the arm, cross the legs, and I've got the triangle available. Or if I keep this in nice and tight, reach up, grab hold of my partner's shoulder, little move of the hip so that I can bring this butterfly hook in. Then we're going to drop this leg, we're going to start to lift, pulling down on the shoulder, and we can sweep up to the top. And sometimes we get like a little, isolate the shoulder, little arm bar to finish. So those first couple that we're looking at here is we're looking just to bring that hand into the center. As soon as that hand starts coming in to defend, we're going to pass the grip to the second hand. If I can create enough space of the elbow that my leg can go into that space, I can center up, make sure my knee's behind the elbow, throw the leg over the top, arm bar. If the elbow's a little bit more tucked in, we can just help him with that. Push the elbow in, shoot the leg up, and we go for the triangle. Or the last one, because I've got hold of the grip here, I'm going to take this foot, move the hips if needed, put the butterfly hook in, grab hold of the shoulder. So this foot can either push the knee away, or we can just use it like a traditional scissor sweep. Sweep over to the top, we can just take them out. If I've still got the arm stuffed in, I can also step over the top and start looking triangle from mount as well. So this time, the person on the bottom, I want you to bring that second hand in, try and defend those first two chokes. When they do, let's look at some of the different options that are available to us. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So last little sequence that we're going to go for on this, we reach through. So we're looking to create the space. I want to put my foot onto my partner's hip here. This is going to manage the distance between me and my partner. My second foot, I'm going to put onto my partner's hip as well. So what we're going to look for initially is the arm lock on this arm. So I do this gradually, like with my hips and my body. You might be able to just like find it straight away, but we want to find that bite point, that exact bite point. So we go hips, body, and I just find where the elbow is. I put my knee over the top of my elbow, and then I pinch down for the straight arm lock. Now, most people are going to react in one way or another. So they can react by turning the thumb down, which is going to be the safest way for them to do that. So he turns his thumb down. He still has options for getting out at this point. He still has the option of limp arming out if he can. If he's able to limp arm his arm out, then obviously he make his escape. This is going to be the safer option for him. Once his arm's down though, I'm going to take my overhook out, isolate the shoulder, and then we kind of go back into what we were like with the Williams guard last week. We can go into the Kimura, we've got the wrist lock, or we can throw the leg in front. We can start moving out and looking for the omoplata. Well, because we looked at that last week, I want you to more look at when my partner turns his thumb up. So I've got the overhook, he turns his thumb up and he tries to start ripping his arm out here. As soon as he starts to rip his arm out, I'm going to make the pressure onto his elbow. So pull your arm out, there. And that's what I want, that little bend. So we're going to look at the mirror lock. So keep his wrist nice and pinched in. I'm going to start to turn the elbow in. Sometimes if our partner hasn't got particularly tight, shoulders, like we won't even need the second leg inside. So I can just keep this foot here and I can just rip it out. Ooh, yeah, that was a good one. Hopefully you got that noise on the camera. So we rip through. If his shoulders are a little looser, then we're going to bring this knee to the inside, and then we can use our whole body and we can separate a little bit more from my partner to get the finish. So from the overhook position, like I said, we move out for the arm bar. He's got the option to turn the thumb down, which gives me the omoplata and the Kimura locks. If he turns his thumb up and starts taking his arm out, so we're looking for this bend of the elbow here, which is going to turn us into that mirror lock, Americana, essentially. Keep our hand over the top. We're looking to isolate the shoulder, pull the elbow through and finish. Or if he's got really flexible shoulders, We pull the knee to the inside and we can really arch and finish the mirror lock. So first of all, let's look at the overhook, moving the hips out and finding that isolation point on the armbar. And then if our partner turns a thumb up, omoplata, Kimura options. If he turns his thumb down, mirror lock, hopefully without the noises. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, last one, let's go.